much fun are you having with this team being so revived and good and all that stuff?
Uh, yeah, it's good. You know, I think the one thing you enjoy is kids working hard to win matches. You know, I mean, I don't have a team that's going to go out and get 5 or 6 tech falls. You know, beat someone 15-0. I got a team that's going to have to win by 1, 2 points, and you look at some of the overtimes that we've had over the course of the season, and that's really lopsided towards us winning the overtimes. You know, guts. You know, be gutty. It's a gutty performance, and that's what makes it. Yeah.
8-2 in overtime.
Yeah, I mean that's what makes it. I think it's higher than that. I think 8-2 in dual meets, but tournaments
right.
and stuff like
Right.
that. Yeah, somewhere around 15. But anyway, those are the exciting things that you get. You know, I mean, lights up the crowd, it lights up the people, and I think in general, when you got 4 to 5 freshmen starting, just in general, you know, it's fun to watch. As a fan, it's fun to watch these kids find ways to win, and it just comes back on us. We got to remind them that that's how we're going to have to win. Tough matches, hard matches.
I know it can be hard on a coach, and we were able to ask Coleman about it after South Dakota State, but Jordan Williams, I mean, every time he takes the mat, you just don't know what you're going to see.
No,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
I think, you know, it's nice to see people grow, you know. I mean, sport, you know, it's not just about winning. It's also about developing yourself, you know. And I think for him over the course of the last 6 weeks, he's become a better person. He's become much more disciplined. He's taken care of his academics. He's taken care of some past issues that he had. You know, that's what's exciting, is just seeing somebody grow, and while they grow, they build some confidence in themselves, and that's what we're seeing. Seeing the kid starting to really feel confident about what he's doing, who he is, and again, who he wants to be.
Has that helped him kind of solidify his spot there? Because there for a while you were kind of going back and forth a little bit.
Well, he's done a lot. Yeah, I'm not giving that spot up yet, but he's darn sure doing some things that really makes me feel good about being his coach.
I can't remember a duel this year you started anywhere other than 125.
We've won. You know, remember that if the coach wants to start at a different weight, you basically flip a coin. And I think of our 13 matches at 13, right? Of our 13 matches, I think we've won 6 flips, 6
Really?
or 7, yeah. And so the other 7, both coaches agreed to start at 25.
But 25 and 33, those have started to become rock solid starts for you.
Yeah, well,
Don't jinx it.
No. Yeah. No, yeah, and 41,
Yeah.
and then Jordan here late 49, and you're wrestling, you know, at Missouri, and your first 4 matches, your first 5 matches, you win 5-0. I mean, we've had that happen on a number of occasions that allowed us to win dual meets. And remember, dual meets are they're everything to wrestling, right? I mean, you know, I think one of the disappointing things is that we have a dual meet season, and at the end of the season, we go to conference for 2 days and we go to nationals for 3 days, and that really judges your season, you know. And somehow we need to continue to make these dual meets more important. How can we carry over points with your performance during the course of 3 months, right? Instead of just 5 days. But it's always been that way, and you know, as good as we're wrestling right now, we still you know, have have to be very competitive at the end, because that's where we're judged, and it should be that way. You know, what should happen is they should change some things, and you know, the next 2 dual meets that we have, we're going to have probably a lot of people at it. You know, and maybe 1% of all those people get to go to nationals. You know, when you take 18th, you don't get very many tickets. You know, and so this is where wrestling grows, is inside that arena there, where you build your new fans and where you have an opportunity to really grow your fan base.
How good of a tournament team do you think you'll be?
I don't know. Right now, it's just I'll say this: there seems to be a lot more parity across the country, but you just can't dive into that until you get over with your dual meets, you know, because really OU's got some quality people. Iowa's got quality people, and that's how you get a chance to have a great tournament is you position yourself with your rankings. So we'll be ranking a lot of people that are ranked ahead of us individually. You need to go win those and put yourself in better position. I will say that it's you know, it doesn't do much if you ranked 18th, 19th. I mean, that says you go 1 and 2 at nationals, basically. You know, you get your trip to the tournament, but it doesn't put you anywhere. You know, that doesn't mean if we're there we're going to lose. That doesn't mean that. It just means that, hey, position yourself in the top 4, and you don't wrestle a ranked guy until 3rd match. That's how you win. That's how you have a lot of success. You get, you know. So, but you know, you really just focus a week at a time, and stay focused on the dual meet season, because you can help yourself a lot, especially with the competition that we've had.
High school has dual state. Would you like some sort of dual tournament?
No, they just need to. We need to figure it out. You know, you want to grow the sport. You're going to grow it by your fans and your events at home. How many football? I'm a big OSU football fan. I go to every game. I don't go to any away games. I don't get to go to the bowl. I'm busy. I'm still a football fan. I become a football fan because of the excitement when you're watching them here, you know. And so same for wrestling, right? I mean, listen, the people that are excited about wrestling at OSU wrestling right now, that are excited, it's because of what's happened inside there, and some on the road, you know, that they didn't get to see.
You know what Marshall asked about? I mean, you had that dual national championship tournament going for a while.
Yep.
I don't know where it went, but John, I like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
Have a dual
listen. I fought for that for 15 years, and I think you know, the less I fight for it, it probably happened. I mean, you know, just sometimes change has been a little tough in wrestling, but all I'm saying is going back to what you asked. What's our tournament team look like? You know, and you got 2 more big dual meets. I mean you're going to get a chance. I mean, we could finish up with our dual season and go undefeated in the Big 12, and when we go to Tulsa, be ranked 3rd or 4th in the tournament. I mean, I don't know that, you know. If we help ourselves here, then this is a conference match this weekend. It's big. Got about 3 or 4 big matches that are going to make the difference, and maybe giving us a little bit more of an edge to make a run at the Big 12 championship.
How much does the idea you were just talking about with growing the sport and the importance of the matches you have in this place factor in as compared to just preparing your team for those last 5 days when you're making your schedule?
Say that once again.
How much do you think about growing the sport versus how much do you think about just preparing your team whenever you're putting your schedule together?
Well, I think you always think about growing the sport. Here, that's all I can do, you know. I can't do something for Rutgers or Maryland. I can do it for Oklahoma State. And, I think you look at who we wrestled, where we went, we're looking to bring those teams back to us in a dual meet at home. North Carolina State, Pat Papalizio has been top 10 several times in the last 10 years, and there's a reason why we went out there, is to bring them back. Iowa and Oklahoma State have been on the schedules of each other since the mid-'70s. They don't have to wrestle us. They've got everything they want in that Big Ten wrestling. They choose to wrestle us because, one, we're a draw for them, and obviously they're a huge draw for us. I don't get ahead of myself. We got OU, but Bedlam, I'm pleased that we're going to continue with Bedlam in wrestling. I hope we continue a home event. I think it's both. It's good for both of us. And, it gives a lot of people an opportunity to go watch wrestling, and normally a pretty exciting wrestling.
What have you seen from Luke Serber, and how has he managed the difficulties of this season?
It's just been a rough season for him, but sometimes, it gives you a chance to reevaluate a lot of things, and I think for me, watching him kind of struggling here, what I'm seeing is a guy that's probably at one of the most competitive weight classes. Listen, everything's okay, and once you get healed up and you get injury free and you have an opportunity to compete, just go compete, and for him, he's got to compete it this way. He's got to. I mean, this is you might not have an easy match in the conference tournament, nor if they have you, is it going to be easy? Just be confident in learning how to win, and that's what he needs to do right now.
Your team
Learn how to win.
Your team was so new when you guys went down to Norman. How big was that duel in terms of momentum to get where you guys are now?
Bedlam is Bedlam. You come off a win. It should. They're not easy, and I know we've won a lot of them in a row, but one, you just take them real serious. That week is an important week of training. There's a sense of pride in the state that you're trying to keep a hold of, and so is it a motivator? Did it move us forward? Yeah, definitely. It'll be a competitive dual meet this weekend. If you look at our matches and do a little comparison, we won 3 matches against South Dakota State in overtime, and they were pretty competitive, and so that's just who we are. That's how we're going to have to win right now.
Has the meaning of Bedlam evolved at all for you over the years?
Once again?
Has the meaning of Bedlam evolved at all for you over the years?
Yeah, absolutely. Try losing one. Yeah, it's meaning. Yeah, it's I've been around Bedlam since I don't know, 9 years old. First Bedlam was right here. Come and watched it. And, as many of you know, a lot of you are not my age, but you've been to a lot of them. It's always been good. There's something about it that just, as we know in all sports, that Bedlam has been important for the state. And I'm just really pleased, looking forward to the future, that I get to watch it someday, when I'm done coaching, so great dual meet, great history. Bedlam, I believe, started with wrestling, right? It did.
Yeah, the tournament.
Yeah. I think some reporter wrote it was Bedlam and Gallagher, or it might have been at OU. I don't know.
No, it was here.
It was here.
Yeah.